Unlock the path to your first million and turn your financial dreams into reality with these essential wealth-building steps. Hello, and welcome back to No Money. Today, we're delving into the inspiring journey of Charlie Munger, a billionaire who didn't start with a silver spoon. In this video, we'll unravel the 5 valuable lessons from Charlie Munger's life and career that can set you on the path to your first $1 million. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Lesson 1. Own equity. Our first lesson from Charlie Munger is all about ownership and equity. Before he became a renowned investor, Munger started as a lawyer, serving local businesses. However, he realized that merely billing his clients in cash wasn't the best strategy. He began accepting equity in his clients' businesses as a form of payment. Imagine, for example, he did $10,000 worth of work for a client. If he had been paid in cash, that $10,000 would have been the end of it. But by accepting equity, Munger became a part owner in the client's business, entitling him to a share of the profits every year. This passive income stream kept growing, potentially forever. Now, how can you apply this lesson in your life? One way is to seek equity through your job. Many companies offer stock options or grants as part of your compensation package. This mirrors the approach Munger took with his clients. But remember, owning equity can also mean starting your own business. Lesson 2. Invest in yourself. The next lesson revolves around investing in yourself. Munger understood that his time was valuable as a lawyer, charging hundreds of dollars per hour. So, he started devoting at least an hour each day to working on projects for himself. This allowed him to sell his time back to his most important client, himself. The concept here is simple. By dedicating some of your time to work for yourself, you can generate additional income. If you already earn enough to cover your living expenses from your job, the extra income can be entirely directed toward building wealth. Let's do the math. If you earn $50,000 annually and save 10% of it, that's $5,000 saved each year. But if you can generate an extra $20,000 by working for yourself while keeping your expenses covered by your job, your annual savings increase to $25,000. The key is to make your money work harder for you, and this practice will help you reach your first $1 million faster. Lesson 3. Get to $100,000 fast. Charlie Munger emphasized the importance of reaching your first $100,000 quickly. He famously said, "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you've got to do it." The logic behind this statement is simple, yet profound. Imagine you're able to earn a consistent 10% return on your investment portfolio. If you have just $1,000 in that portfolio, your annual return would amount to $100. However, with $10,000, that return grows to $1,000. The key insight here is that the more capital you have working for you, the more substantial the returns. Let's illustrate it with an example. If you have $10,000 in an investment account earning 10% annually, and you don't add any more funds for a decade, you'd have around $25,937 at the end of that period. Now, imagine you start with $100,000 instead of $10,000 under the same conditions. Without contributing additional funds, your portfolio would grow to approximately $259,374. This exemplifies why it's crucial to reach your first $100,000 as swiftly as possible in your wealth-building journey. But how can you expedite the process? First, focus on increasing your income through career advancement, side businesses, or additional sources of revenue. Second, diligently save a significant portion of your earnings. Keep in mind that this early milestone can be the most challenging to achieve, but once you hit it, your investments start working harder for you, thanks to the magic of compound interest. Lesson 4. Avoid over-diversification. Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett are staunch believers in having a concentrated investment portfolio, and their track record speaks for itself. There was even a time when a young Buffett had a staggering 70% of his net worth invested in a single stock. The rationale behind this approach is rather simple, but powerful. By focusing your investments on a select few companies or assets, you have the opportunity to truly understand and analyze them, thereby making more informed decisions. Over-diversification can dilute your portfolio's potential, as spreading your investments too thin may result in average returns across the board. In contrast, Concentrating your investments in businesses or assets you thoroughly understand can lead to superior performance. But here's a crucial caveat. If you're not inclined to put in the work to identify these promising investments, it's perfectly acceptable to take the route of super diversification. You can achieve this by investing in an S&P 500 index fund, which provides broad exposure to the market and offers a more hands-off approach to diversification. The key takeaway here is to strike a balance that suits your level of expertise and commitment to research. Whether you choose concentration or diversification, the goal remains the same: building wealth and achieving your first $1 million. Lesson 5. Harness the power of compound interest. Finally, let's take a deep dive into the 5th lesson, which is all about harnessing the incredible power of compound interest. Charlie Munger's role model, Ben Franklin, aptly described it as, "Money makes money, and the money that makes money." To grasp the significance of compound interest, consider the remarkable story of Ben Franklin's legacy. When he passed away in 1780, he left $4,400 each to the cities of Boston and Philadelphia, under the condition that the money be invested and loaned to young apprentices who had proven themselves. The cities would receive the funds after 200 years. When the two cities finally received their balances after 2 centuries, that initial sum of $4,400 had grown to a staggering $6.5 million. This extraordinary growth is a vivid demonstration of how every dollar saved and invested can become worth significantly more in the future. Once you internalize this lesson, it becomes much easier to save money and make more prudent financial decisions. That luxury car you're considering buying isn't just costing you a few $100s a month. It's potentially costing you thousands when you account for the opportunity cost of lost compound interest. So the lesson here is clear. The more you can accumulate, especially early in your wealth-building journey, the more potent the impact of compound interest becomes. That's why Munger's advice is to hit your first $100,000 as quickly as possible. Charlie Munger's life provides us with valuable lessons on how to make your first $1 million. To recap, own equity, invest in yourself, aim to reach your first $100,000 quickly, avoid over-diversification, and let compound interest work for you. We hope you found this video insightful and motivating. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to No Money for more informative content. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in our next video.